Why, hello, everybody.
Look who's back.
What the heck is going on?
You take a brief hiatus, and next thing you know, we've all forgotten how to do stuff.
Yep.
Absolutely everything there. I didn't even need the code at the end of the day. I like
Just log back
it's
in.
locked me out of everything with the new update, except the Fandom Power podcast.
It doesn't help that there was, for those of you who are just tuning in now, hey, everybody, it's Random Fandom Tuesday night. We are back in our regular time slot. There was a recent Chrome update that apparently was messing with some StreamYard users. So,
well, that could be it because I am in Chrome.
Maybe.
Chrome is still the preferred browser for StreamYard.
Yeah.
As far as I know, although Firefox is a close second. If you're having trouble with Chrome, you can always swing in on the Firefox or any Chromium-based browser for that matter.
Chromium.
What are we doing? It's Random Fandom Tuesday night. I was sick last week, and man, I'm still. I don't know if you can hear it or not. My nose.
You sound better.
A little nasally.
You sound better than you did on Sunday.
Well, thank you. I don't know if I feel any better. On the tail end of this thing, whatever it is, and it's holding on. But we had a pretty lengthy show. I felt like it was fairly deep.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And we didn't cover everything for the week. Gotta save some of it for the midweek roll.
Yeah, that's right.
And here we are. I saw some interesting stuff. Andy, I know you saw some interesting stuff. I'm really much looking forward to getting into this. Hank, I am so happy that you were here with us.
Yeah, I've been like
the people.
Somebody make a fan-based Star Wars show that we can review because I was jonesing. I've been jonesing.
Well, listen, before we get to it,
we already had our first comment come in.
We did have a comment come in. What do we got? We got Nolan on YouTube. Hey guys, I made it home just in time. Thanks again for hanging out with us, Nolan. Always nice to have you along. As we like to here on the show, let's open it up with another dose of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Did that blow your ears off?
No. Sounds epic.
Oh, we get another comment from Ray.
Oh, here we go.
Ray says, "Welcome back, Hank. We have missed you. Great to see the threesome back together." What do you know?
The trilogy.
The trilogy, yeah.
80% less beard.
Safety first.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
What do you got for this week, Andy?
All right, for this week, I've got one that throws back a little ways, I guess it would be.
Oh, sure.
In the movie A League of Their Own.
There's no crying in baseball.
That's right, there's not. But which team does Madonna's character play for?
Oh dear Lord.
Is it A, the Bells, B, the Comets, or C, the Peaches?
Oh.
I'm guessing at this.
It was set back in the day, so it's probably fairly sexist. So I'm like, but they had the cool.
I'm with you on that.
But they had the cool Tom Hanks coach who, well, I guess he didn't name the team, right?
I don't think so.
No, he just got assigned to the team.
I'm guessing at this. I want to say it's the Peaches.
I think the color of their uniform.
I could be wrong.
I'll go Bells. I'll go opposite, but in the same vein almost, right?
All right. Well, we got one for A, one for C. Anybody else?
Anybody at home want to chime in on this one? Ray, Nolan? Taking guesses.
All right, well.
B, Comets. No.
Well, if you had guessed A, you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Oh, not A. It's not the
not
Bell.
A. Or dramatic.
It is indeed the Rockford Peaches.
It's the Peaches. Oh, wow. What do you know? I love how the uniform uses a what do you call that thing?
The Jedi flap.
That too. It's Kirk's uniform flap. No, the scales.
The scales of something.
The scales of boobage.
Weighing peaches. Madonna
peaches
almost doesn't look right without all the weird plastic surgery.
Yeah, she kind of looks like she did. Well, that's how I remember her.
yeah.
That's how we all remember. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that long? This movie?
1992.
Wow.
Oh my.
92. So only almost 10 years after Lucky Star.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Ray. I came in late, but it was still wrong.
That's where I was too. But
Nolan should have.
I should have guessed. You can never go wrong on a multiple choice, man.
No.
You just
no. Like,
Yep.
well, I guess you
sometimes I
can
just go
wrong,
for
but-
comedy. This I'm going to be. It's a real quick interjection, but I did grade. I think it was 11 or 12 chemistry.
Right.
Multiple choice. When in doubt, choose C.
Yeah.
And I got 70%.
Oh,
And he was super mad at me for cracking his code. Doc Skiok.
You should never.
My.
70% of the answers were
Isn't
right.
that crazy? Yeah. Nobody
I don't
will
know.
ever do it.
When we do our other game, we do 2 games every show. We do our trivia. It's not always multiple choice, but when we get to the lexicon to our word game, it is multiple choice. Has anybody been tracking what I've been putting the right ones?
I honestly no, I have not.
I try to
I'm
vary
going
them
blind.
up. I try to vary them up so that they're
think
not.
They do go from like there's no pattern.
I hope
Sometimes
not.
it could be A, sometimes it's C.
And then there's the one night I threw you off, and it was 2 right
Yeah.
answers. Yeah, that
Oh.
one was fun.
I love those words.
Well, tonight's word is another nonsensical gem. I hope you stick around for that. We'll have that a little bit later in the show, but we should probably get to the what's newsworthy.
Yeah, this one kind of caught me off guard. I did not know it existed until I read it, but apparently Warner Brothers has reversed their decision on Coyote versus Acme.
I didn't know that there was a decision to be made.
Yeah, apparently they had indefinitely shelved this $30 million tax write-off after suffering backlash from some other properties that they let out.
Okay.
But they are now reportedly letting the filmmakers shop it around to different distributors to acquire the release and like be it streaming or in theater.
Okay, so what you're telling me is this is a film
That is
that's
done.
already made.
It's in the can. It's ready to go.
Oh,
But they had low hopes and they shelved it. Similar to
Wow.
Interesting.
that girl,
It's
right?
a weird place to be in artistically, I guess, or financially for these giant corporations.
I guess so.
To be able to fully fund a movie and then go,
And then
no, it's not going to make us enough in return. Let's just put it on the shelf.
Yeah,
Where you would think, let's try to get as much out of it as we at least can.
You would think.
Because they put in, it was budgeted for $70 million.
Oh wow.
So
They don't have direct to video anymore.
Yeah,
but they do. They still
they have direct
do.
to streaming, right?
Direct to
I mean,
streaming, yeah.
You could still, I mean, home media, a lot of the stuff, even streaming shows we're seeing now are getting physical media releases. So I don't, to say that physical media, I mean, it's not dead.
No.
It's dying, but it's not dead.
It's going to come back.
Like everything else.
Exactly.
Records came back, so why not?
Yep.
When physical media comes back in the entertainment industry, and I'm talking film and television, are we going to get, is it just going to be Blu-ray forever, or will there be another format? Like, I don't see us going back to VHS.
No, but like, I don't see us going up either. Like, we're at Blu-ray. You can
They
broadcast.
just
it on the
started
side of a
tinkering with
building.
micro Blu-rays. Like the discs were like, the size of a 50-cent piece.
Yeah, small.
And
small.
Like in
that's
Men in
pretty
Black,
much
where
when
he's
we
like, "Where's the
started
White
going
Album?"
digital. But I mean, I would love physicals because I'm a collector like you guys, but I actually don't see it because they've already suckered us. I'm not sure why they would roll back. I mean, I realize that it occurs occasionally, but they don't have to sell us anything anymore. They're literally selling us the right to stream something.
Yeah.
And without having to put all that capital up front to press discs, et cetera, I don't see them actually rolling it back in terms of the greed that these guys tend to have. I hope different, though. I really hope different.
I figure there's going to be like a social backlash because of them pulling crap like they did with Willow.
Right.
Like, what do you mean I can't watch it anymore?
Yeah.
I paid you guys for your streaming service. Give me the content.
But
Yeah, and you'd think
would
that
be great.
original programming that are made by the company
By
that
them
owns
for
the
them.
service would stay.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like Disney's notorious for putting stuff in the vault, right?
are you prioritizing the server for other stuff? Like,
Maybe.
I don't know.
TJC?
TJC in the house. Good evening, sir.
But this particular one here, Coyote versus Acme, I guess there was a heated back and forth between the studio and the reps for the director and the stars.
Okay. Yep.
One of which is John Cena. He's playing the head of Acme. So, you know, I find it funny that the guy whose catchphrase is "You can't see me" is fighting to be seen.
That's hilarious.
But,
I would have pegged him for the Coyote.
oh no, Coyote's going to be animated. This is one of those weird crossover ones.
And then
like
we've
Who Framed
got
Roger Rabbit.
What do we got there? Is
Space
that
Jam.
Will Forte?
That is Will Forte.
Will
Yeah,
Forte,
he will be playing the lawyer representing the Coyote.
Crazy. So it's like a legal Space Jam kind of thing.
Yeah. The Coyote is suing Acme Products
Big
because
fan of
they
the
failed
Space
him.
Jam. I'm a huge fan of this.
The Legacy one.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've seen the second one, but I'm a huge fan of Warner Brothers cartoons in general, like Looney Tunes, the Merry Melodies or whatever it was when it. Yeah, that's
Merry Melodies. Yeah,
always been a way bigger fan of that team, if you will, than Disney.
We just added a bunch of new stuff. We added Stack TV to our Amazon Prime subscription. So I've been getting access now to Teletoon and those other channels.
Yeah.
Had a look at the opening few minutes each of the new
Looney Tunes,
Tiny Toons, and the new Animaniacs, and it just
Animaniacs.
They're trying, but it's
and that's I find that a lot of stuff is trying.
Yeah.
And we mentioned Willow, and we all want to be able to watch it, absolutely. But I thought that about Willow. It was trying, whereas when they were fresh, and maybe it was we were younger, they didn't have to try. They were just
it just worked.
We were a lot more forgiving and into it.
With Tiny Toons, it's funny. I mean, Animaniacs is its own animal. No pun intended. But Tiny Toons being a prequel to Looney Tunes, and then you've got this new Tiny Toons, which is a prequel to a prequel, and it just the whole concept just doesn't work for me.
Well, Tiny Toons, the original Tiny Toons, wasn't a prequel.
I guess not. It was more of the
kids. Like the next generation
at the university that all the original characters were professors at
the Acme University. And so the new one, it's a similar premise, but it's like Acme University year one, you know, like we just got here kind of thing. Yeah, it's weird.
Just fresh out of Looney High School.
It's right.
I mean, some gold did come of the original stuff with like Pinky and the Brain, man.
Yeah.
The Good Feathers.
Immortal. Thanks, back. We're coming off the rails.
Welcome back.
Hey, we're still talking Looney Tunes.
By the way, everybody, I'm going to get it right one day.
One day.
Random Fandom is a 100% audience participation show. You can join us in the comments in the live chat, whatever platform you happen to be watching on. Of course, if you're brave enough or, just want to talk our ears off, you can pick up the phone. We've got a custom WhatsApp link. It's in the description of the video. You can call us live anytime now, until last call. Don't wait. I'm not going to say it again.
We might.
Okay, maybe.
Well, we're sticking with Warner Brothers getting in trouble here with this next one because they have responded to the Mortal Kombat 1 $10 fatality backlash.
What's the problem?
Well, they charged people $10 for a fatality for Halloween.
Whoa.
On top of the already $70 or $80 game that you already purchased.
So what, this is a fatality for one particular character?
I think it's for all characters.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got
a Halloween specific thing?
Halloween specific.
I just wouldn't buy it.
There's probably a backlash. I get it. But
a lot of people bought it.
That's what I'm saying. Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him?
I guess.
Right? Like if one guy bought it and then the other 900,000 or million fans didn't, then went.
It's weird.
But I bet you they made a ton of money off that.
As somebody who's embraced the generation of video games where DLC is a major part of it. I've paid for a crap ton of DLC.
Heck yeah.
This type of game though, a fighting game, would I pay for a move is what you're telling me.
Well, yeah, no.
I don't know if I would.
No, I wouldn't.
A character, I might pay for a character. I don't know if I'd pay for a singular move. I
No,
just feel
that's-
like that goes against the core of what the game is.
It's really probably trying to dip their toes into what I was talking about earlier too,
The
like
microtransactions.
milking the like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've definitely like the original Battlefront 2 when it first came out, and people went crazy because the microtransactions were embedded.
The loot crates or whatever they were.
Right. And I mean, even some states banned it because it was gambling.
The UK.
Yeah.
The entire UK.
Right. When loot crates have been a thing in sports games forever.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, that's incredibly excessive. And it really feels like a company going, let's see if this flies, because who knows?
Yeah.
One skin is, you know,
Yeah.
$1.99 in Call of Duty. So it's not a huge stretch.
Yeah.
It's
But,
not a good one, but it's not a huge stretch.
To try and make fans more happy, they're giving away 2 free fatalities
Well, that's cool.
for anybody who purchased this
Right,
Halloween.
But you
three
had to-
whole moves for $10.
You had to pay for the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, which cost you apparently 1,200 dragon crystals. So I guess that's
Whoa.
the
That's the in-game
In-game
currency.
Yeah.
currency.
Okay.
but these next 2 will be
Grinding.
seasonal ones. There'll be a Thanksgiving one and a winter
So,
one.
but now my question is, and I have not played the new Mortal Kombat. Is there a way within the game to earn currency without having to spend real money?
I don't know.
Because if it just equates to a $10 purchase and I can grind away and earn it in game,
Right.
that changes things for me.
Yeah.
Because I would grind to get a new move.
I don't think, like, at least on the PlayStation Network, I don't think I've ever seen DLC that was achievable through in-game currency.
Yeah.
It's usually
that would
at the store, at the App Store.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
See,
that
I'm
makes
the
more
other way.
sense.
Like,
Or
I
a
always-
season's pass. That's the other nefarious thing they
Oh, I've
do.
done that. I've done
Mhm.
that as a racing genre fan, someone who is in love with the Forza Motorsport series. I've bought several seasons passes.
Some of the sports games, so if you were to buy the latest NHL game, and they may have changed this, but a few years back, you could literally download weekly DLC, like the trades.
Yeah.
So you could subscribe to the season of the hockey you're playing, and then the trades would be live.
Oh, really? As they were happening.
Right.
Isn't
Or
that
you could
something?
purchase them. In imagine how I just want to play a game, man.
That's right. Me too.
See, I go the other way. I don't buy stuff right out of the gate, and I'll usually
No.
go for like the Game of the Year edition that comes with all downloads.
Right.
Sure, sure.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
So
And I think that's a smart way to go. I guess it's sort of that feeding the dopamine hits, like
Yeah.
gotta have it now, gotta have it now.
first,
Well,
I mean,
I'm a day one gamer for a lot of things that are story driven that I don't want to be
Yeah.
spoiled. So I
Yeah.
try to rush like the Fallen Order stuff. I was like, okay, I pre-order. It's midnight. Go.
I just this is a bit of an aside. Today, actually, I just achieved the Unity in Starfield. I was standing on the precipice of the Unity where it's like you can go through or you can go back.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's not the same Unity. As
Lauren's
Rick and Morty.
outside, so I can say this out loud. I'm contemplating buying an Xbox just
To play
it.
Starfield. Oh.
What if she's outside watching live?
Uh-oh. I mean, a second PlayStation?
There you go. Yeah, but apparently, folks who bought this Halloween Fatality will have access to this new bundle at no extra cost.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So that's
cool.
good for them. But
Right.
that's not the only thing going on with Mortal Kombat.
What's going on now?
Apparently, players are altering their system dates backwards and forwards so they can access different downloaded content.
Ooh,
That was
crafty.
Timed content.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, you got to know what you're doing to change the.
Mhm.
just go in and change the date of your console.
Can you do that? Can you, Hank? You own one. Can you do that?
I've never attempted it, but I don't know.
I can do it on PS3 pretty easy.
Even if it's connected to the network.
You just tell it it's this date and time, and
Interesting.
Away you
I
go.
wonder if it's that simple.
I don't know if it still would be, but
I don't know.
But
I know that there's no longer a browser on the PS5s. There's no
Oh,
web
that I didn't
browser
know.
anymore.
I was
Yeah,
not aware
so
of
you
that.
used to be able to
Just
what's
go
going
in
on
there.
Twitter, but now you have to download
sure.
an app, right? Third party.
Well, not anymore.
No,
PlayStation just
they
dropped
just dropped
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, right.
But our next item up here, getting ready for the Christmas season still.
Whoop, whoop.
First of many trailers that we're covering tonight. The new Batman movie for Amazon Prime. Merry Little Batman.
Oh, I saw the trailer for this, and
You've
seen it?
it's really bizarre.
The animation style, it's not for me,
Really?
but it kind of grows on me.
I was thinking this looks like it's right from the National Film Board of Canada.
Yeah, a little bit. It's got Ren and Stimpy-esque kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's
Stop shaking your
from the guy
eyes.
who did the regular show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
kind of lines up there.
Stop sawing the furniture.
I'm not. I don't shake them like I used to.
That's what it looks like, though.
Yeah,
A little bit,
but
yeah.
like based on the trailer, like you get your villains, you get your heroes. Batman sports a beard for some reason.
Is that Batmite?
No, that's actually Damian
It's
Wayne
Damian,
Oh
yeah.
wow,
in his own custom bat suit.
Batmite was awesome.
It's got a Captain Underpants look to it, doesn't
A
it?
little bit.
Mm,
But it is funny as he's cycling through the bat suits, they do reference the Clooney nipple one.
nice.
So
I'll give it a chance.
yeah, like for
I'll give it
a
a chance,
Christmas
yeah.
movie, why not? They say it's kind of like Home Alone with Batman.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, very stylized. So
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch Thundercats Go, so I can't. Or Thundercats Roar. Thundercats Go. Sorry, Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go is awesome.
Thundercats
Yeah,
Roar
it
is the
is
same,
pretty awesome.
similar
Thundercats
kind
Roar,
of.
I did not like it all.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah.
I
The best
kind of.
episode of that is actually when they cross over to Teen Titans.
I see. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I see this, and that's the one thing, that one cautionary thing that runs through my mind. It's like, Thundercats
That really, yeah. Well, I'm sitting at like episode 230 of One Piece now,
of the anime.
so I'm just right into it now. I was like, even if it was weird at the beginning, like the style of animation.
You're so far in that it doesn't matter now.
There's 1,030 episodes.
Hey,
Just-
more to go.
Just
But yeah, it's coming out December 8th, so you won't have to wait too long to check it out.
now. Sorry, you say it's coming to
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Is it going to be a
Cool.
rental
I
or?
don't know if they're gonna just
All right,
like
we'll
let
find
it
out.
go or charge for it. but
Surprised that they're
Oh.
not putting it on. Well, maybe it'll be on Max in the States.
You would think so, yeah. It
But,
would be in DC.
Is it Prime in the US as well?
Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
But if you want to check the trailer out yourself, it is linked to in the show notes. So go have a look. Next up, we got one that's ending.
Oh.
Young Sheldon is set to end.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
okay. I watched a couple episodes and I'm like, I don't. It doesn't connect with me.
No,
No.
no,
It's
Well-
quite good later on.
it is quite good later on. Yeah. But it is going to end with season 7. They've scheduled it to end just as their 3-year return commitment is done as well.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. So
Thursday
the last renewal was a 3-season renewal.
was a 3-year, yeah. And
Okay.
it ends May 16th, which is the day the contract ends.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So-
It made sense to me that I thought it had organically ended before, but I was thinking they can't really do this beyond his dad's
Yeah.
inevitable death, right? Which
Yeah, like they've
it's rapidly
even if they
approaching.
wrap it up and like have like Jen had mentioned this to me, she'd like to see it wrapped up where you get to like the day before
Oh,
and
really?
have him just do a voiceover. Little did we know we
Oh,
would lose
right,
him
right.
tomorrow.
His
What, Jim
Mima
Parsons?
and his brother
Yeah,
are. If you can skip like to the 3rd season or something, Wes, his Mima, his grandmother, and his brother,
yeah.
they're awesome characters.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well,
Maybe I should give it
awesome.
another.
Yeah, his Mima is played by
It's me, Mom.
Janine from Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Annie Potts.
Annie Potts. Yeah.
Yeah. And
okay.
she does phenomenal in it.
Maybe I
Yeah,
should give
she's
it
great.
another chance.
Yeah.
Speaking of things ending, the Doom Patrol just wrapped up.
I have not seen the latest season.
They beat a dead horse. Let me tell you that much.
They probably literally do.
It is so like ploddingly. The last episode is just so ploddingly like it should just end. Just end.
Just get over it.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's all good. But yeah, series finale will air on CBS on May 16th, 2024.
Okay.
And all the past episodes are available right now to stream on Max. So
I'm more surprised that there's still network television.
for now,
When we just added Stack TV, Kim wanted to be able to watch Survivor on Wednesday nights as it came out.
Okay.
Because up till now, we've been watching it on Paramount Plus or on Crave a week later, right? You get the
Right.
episodes. Get the episodes a week later.
so
Yeah.
everybody already knows who's kicked off.
Right.
That's,
So
It's how I'm consuming my my Fox cartoons. They're about a week late on Disney Plus.
When we added Stack TV to our Amazon Prime, it's like, okay, we can watch Survivor now. And then on Wednesday nights, the first episode we sit down to watch, the commercial comes on, and Kim looks at me and she's like, "Can you fast forward that?" I'm like, "No, it's live TV." She just rolled her eyes. Oh my God.
Oh, you've been cut so long you don't remember.
Now I want to buy chips.
Well, our next trailer here, I know you had said you're not quite convinced of this one, but Madam Web dropped.
I don't know what to make of this. I just don't know what to make of it. I'm so like,
well, this one, it goes deep into Spider-Man lore.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
It's very visually.
I don't know that it's going to like actually land though with the amount of characters that they're pulling in here.
I don't know.
Well, we got a couple breakdowns here for you, but as for the movie itself, they're saying it's going to be an origin story of the clairvoyant whose psychic abilities allow her to see within the spider world. So basically the entire Spider-Verse.
I think of Madam Web and I go back to the 90s animated thing, and it's an old woman.
Yeah, she's an old woman, blind and restricted to a chair, but she's in the future, and Spider-Man goes to her for like advice and stuff.
Okay.
But for here anyway, and the trailer is linked in our show notes if you want to go look at it, because it's not bad.
Yeah.
But our lead character in this movie is going to be Julia Carpenter, played by Sydney Sweeney. And that character actually first appeared back in Secret Wars #6 in October of '84, where she was the second Spider-Woman after Jessica Drew.
Okay, so that's where I'm falling apart here, because I'm like Spider-Woman. I don't recognize any of these people.
Yeah, and this is where it's going to get worse, because she literally is the second Spider-Woman.
Yeah,
but also we have showing up here Anya Corazon, played by Isabella Merced, who first appeared in Amazing Fantasy #1 back in 2004 of August.
Yeah,
but she first appeared as Arana, and then later on adopted the name Spider-Girl.
Okay,
so the second Spider-Woman is the one from the original Secret Wars comic in the 80s that the symbiote costume took its pattern from. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. She started out as a villain and then went to she went through a couple name changes before landing at Spider.
Now I'm on the trolley. So it does go further back. I thought it was all brand new stuff.
Her second identity was Arachne, I believe.
You're looking at the wrong guy, man.
Yeah. I mean, I have to tell you, when Spider-Man started getting into there was this spirit in the Amazon that is where Spider-Man got his powers from, and he was actually a mutant or something like that. I was like, bye.
We'll get there in
I checked out a lot. Yeah.
Because I didn't check out for that one.
There you go.
But next up, we have the original Madam Web, who will be played by Dakota Johnson.
Okay.
And she first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man #210 back in November of 1980.
Yes.
Okay.
Her street name is Cassandra Webb. Mm-hmm. And it was through her death.
That cover is how I recognize her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it was through her death that Julia Carpenter got her powers of precognition.
Okay.
And then next up on the list, we have Mary Parker, played by Emma Roberts.
That's crazy.
First appeared in Amazing Spider-Man Annual #5 back in 1968. That's Peter Parker's mom.
His mom.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. That's so this is what's got me confused, because
so is this a period thing then?
I don't know for sure.
Are we setting it in the 70s?
Or is the Sony universe just one of the multiverse universes, and they're just letting them run with whatever they want, because Mary Parker could be still alive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then next up, we have Maddie Franklin, played by Celeste O'Connor, who first appeared fully in Amazing Spider-Man #441 back in 1998. And in that, she took her father's place in the Gathering of Five ceremony with Norman Osborn.
Right.
And she ended up gaining the power that he was seeking, where he gained insanity. But because she gained that power, and after Spider-Man had taken a hiatus, she would later become the third Spider-Woman.
So we've got the second and the third in the same movie.
Yep.
Okay.
And Jessica Drew in her own show.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also we have Ben Parker, played by Adam Scott. Who, first appeared in Strange Tales '97 back in 1962. And that's Uncle Ben. That is Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Well, so it's safe to say that we're probably not going to see this Uncle Ben.
Probably not.
All right.
But
He's pretty young.
yeah, Red Swenson's coming in here.
Well, the chronology of Spider-Man is a Gordian knot of retcons in reality.
It's true.
This is true.
He's always 27.
That's right. Or younger.
Yeah, but then we've got our last character up here, Ezekiel, played by Tahar Rahim, and he first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 30, back in 2001 for the Book of Ezekiel arc.
So this is a relatively newish character.
Well, I guess
22,
24 years old.
I'm familiar with that stuff because I'm obsessed with John Romita Jr.'s art. So I absolutely tore through that.
But again, like you were saying, though, he shows up from the Amazon telling Peter that his powers are connected to the spider totem, which kind of gave way to the entire Spider-Verse thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the Web of Life and all that jazz.
Oh boy, they really are.
But again, he showed up. When he first showed up, he was like, he didn't know what to think, but then they're like, no, he's here to help him.
Yeah.
And then, he carried on and kind of faded out. But in the trailer, he's a villain. He's there to kill them.
That's the impression I got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly Sony is leaning into.
So I don't know how close they're going to actually go with the story arcs.
I don't know.
With the amount of people they're mixing, it's just
having that Spider-Man stable of characters at their disposal. They are really milking it.
Oh yeah,
with this one.
So be interesting to see the next trailer or see if we get some more on it. But,
I hope so. This is one of those ones where I could use a director, let me break the trailer down for you moments.
Yeah. Next trailer we've got here. It'll be coming out December 22nd. What If Season 2?
Yeah, I'm in.
And we're going to be getting one episode every day for 9 consecutive days as a Christmas gift to us from Disney and Marvel.
And all the YouTubers their heads just exploded.
How are we going to review?
What are we going to do? It's one a day. Oh, Red. How does one milk a spider? This is how.
Yeah, but it looks, from the looks of it, we're getting a lot more returning characters, some new additions, and returning
I'm
voice
okay.
actors. And
looks like we're leaning into the next phase a lot too. Like we're using,
like the next.
No, like the current phase, I guess you would say.
I feel that as well. I mean, if the first season of What If wasn't cracking that open, this definitely
exactly
is in there. And I have a question about this.
Okay.
At the end of the trailer, as we get the title card comes up and the camera pans back,
there's somebody standing with.
Who's standing with Uatu?
I do not know.
I thought you guys would have.
I was going to zoom up on it and try and take a guess, but
okay. I couldn't.
Maybe it's Stanley.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice.
But through the Watcher, he does say, the multiverse is kind of coming unglued. So,
man, we talked about this on Sunday, and What If just puts it on the nose for me. If Loki is the end of the multiversal saga, the end of season 2, I'm okay with that. I really am. It was good.
But chances are good you're going to see him, because in the trailer we do get Odin, we do get Hela, so Asgard will be represented.
I mean, that top right, it looks like T'Chaka is going to get featured heavily.
Yep. It looks like almost an alternate Illuminati.
I'm thinking that's Ross.
I believe so.
T'Chaka, Ross. I don't know who's standing beside him.
It's the Harrison Ford version of Ross.
Maybe.
Probably.
And that's what, Carter? Peggy Carter?
Yep.
Peggy Carter.
And then
Shang-Chi.
Janet Van Dyne and Hank Pym.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Hank
Pym? I thought it was Shang-Chi.
Yeah. I don't know if Michael Douglas is coming back to voice him, but
that'd be cool if he does.
But for sure, Jeff Goldblum is back in as the
I did see that bit. Yeah.
He's got
Who's that handsome devil?
Yeah. So be interesting to see when it comes out, though. I'm definitely going to watch it.
I'm down for it. And one a day? Yeah. I'm okay with one a day.
Yeah. This next one, also another trailer, also linked to in the show notes. Avatar, The Last Airbender, has dropped their trailer.
And finally, Wes might be able to get through this.
You just have to start on season 2. Actually, just skip the first 5 episodes. You'll be all right.
First 5.
The story is that good.
Okay.
It's that good.
For those who don't know, it follows a young air nomad named Aang as he reawakens to a world ravaged by war. Together with his newfound friends Sokka and Katara,
Katara, yeah.
he embarks on an action-packed quest to take his rightful place as the next Avatar.
And no issues with the naming on this one. It's full on Avatar.
The Last Airbender. Yep.
Not The Last Airbender.
Nope.
And not Avatar. Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yep.
Glad we got that
should be.
squashed. Yeah.
We could call the other thing blue people and expensive blue people.
Cat people of Pandora.
Yep. But we do get to see some good stuff in this. Like we get to see, I don't know, I'm not familiar with the creature, but it's like a flying beaver or something.
It's a bison.
Appa,
Appa, the flying bison.
Okay.
6-legged bison with a beaver tail.
Well, there you go.
All the animals, it's a running gag because all the animals are combinations of things. And there's an episode where they encounter a bear and they're like, what do you mean a bear? What else is it? No, it's just a bear. The show is so good.
Nice. What's Red saying there? Oh, it looks better than the last attempt, and One Piece has given me a glimmer of hope.
One Piece is so good. Oh my god, it's so good.
But yeah, this one it will be coming to Netflix in 2024. So,
but we knew this was coming.
We knew it was coming.
And
just hadn't
waiting. Yeah,
we hadn't got much of it. It was just like
the early look,
flags, right?
The early look, I thought I had hopes for it, and now seeing this, I'm like, yes, I'm easing into this, and I do feel like, and I can't be the only one out there that has trouble with those early episodes and just like tunes out. If it's happening to me, it's happening to somebody else.
Oh yeah,
yeah. This is going to be. I feel
put you're like, you know, the way that we recommend, just get through Clone Wars. Just, I promise the payoff is worth it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that to you about this. I promise the payoff is worth it.
Okay. Add it to my list of all the other things I've got to catch up on. Jesus.
Your Captain America list.
Seriously.
Marvin Gaye.
But you had mentioned this next one here on Sunday night. But yeah, the Rebel Moon trailer breakdown.
Oh
with,
man,
Justin or Zack
Snyder.
Yeah, he goes through, gives you some insight on the characters behind the scenes. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's only like 8 or 9 minutes long.
Yeah, it's totally worth watching.
Yeah.
It just, if you've seen the trailer already, it's just a redoing of the trailer with
more
Zach.
info. Yeah, and he breaks down like a little bit about each character and where their
exactly
where they're coming from, so you're not going in blind.
No, and I mean, I was totally ready to do that anyway, but I always appreciate it when
they give you a little bit.
Yeah, especially when the creatives behind stuff kind of go, let's pull that back a little bit for you.
We never used to get that though, you know, and we were okay.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
There's a lot of hand holding that may or may not be. Although I'm a fan of the behind the scenes stuff and that, but I just feel like, you know, nobody explained Star Wars to us when we were 6. We just went, oh wow.
Yeah, that's true.
I get it.
That's so true.
I'm super excited about it though. It looks beautiful.
The juice is worth the squeeze.
It is.
Moving on to another one that has not happened yet.
I'm getting upset now. This one upsets me.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe has been dropped at Netflix.
Yeah. So they are currently looking for a new home, and rumor has it that Prime Video might be it.
No word whether it's going to go through a script rewrite. Apparently, it's still the Nee brothers script.
Now, is that the property or just the live action? Okay, so we're still going to get the animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So season 2,
January or February.
Revelation. It's coming. Yeah. I think
Revolution.
Okay, sorry. Yes, you're right. Revolution. It's coming out here pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, February, I believe.
Yeah, we've got a trailer. We covered it on Sunday night.
Cool.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw your comment about this, and it absolutely is going the way of like Robotech.
Absolutely. I mean, my live action Robotech. That's
you just can't get it together.
Yeah.
And now
what happened to Tobey Maguire?
Apparently, the Tobey Maguire. There's some rumblings about getting him back in a spider suit.
Maybe. Yeah.
I've heard. Quite a few.
I mean, I think he and Andrew Garfield both deserve another go at it. So I'm not going to say no to that. But yeah, this Masters of the Universe thing that's does not sit well with me when streaming is your best hope.
Yeah.
Now, do they say why they dropped it at Netflix?
I think it's just a budget thing because the budget for it is hovering around the 200 million mark,
That's a great budget.
and they're
That's
not
a great budget.
ready to pull the trigger on it, I guess.
Yeah, Dolph
But-
Lundgren wasn't available.
Listen, Amazon was willing to spend. I mean, Amazon Prime is an interesting choice because they do have the most expensive TV series ever in
Right.
their Rings of Power.
Right.
So
Right.
they are willing to spend money. Are they willing to pony up 200 mil?
Who's your fantasy He-Man? We won't do the whole thing, but who's your fantasy?
Oh, I
He-Man?
went through this already. It's Kellen Lutz.
Oh, who did I end
Kellen
up
Lutz.
picking?
Kellen Lutz, who did Hercules the same year that Dwayne Johnson did Hercules.
Okay, all right. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember who I picked. You'll have to go into our back catalog and find that episode.
Yeah, we did talk about
The
that,
fantasy
yeah.
casting call for Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Where we talked with Scott Knightlick.
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm down for Kellen Lutz. Red says there's a story where Spider-Man kills Mary Jane accidentally with the small doses of radiation over a long time. Ooh, that's evil. Ooh.
There's a reason they're small doses.
Oh my!
What do you think?
Are your web shooters organic?
And miraculously, there's a radioactive child.
Oh, that's another point of contention. Marvel thread left unplugged.
With what?
Well, back in the day, Mary Jane and Peter did have a child, but they said it died at birth.
Oh.
Except the nurse smuggled the baby out to Norman Osborn.
Right.
And that's never been followed up?
Never followed up.
They just abandoned it.
Yeah, they tried to cover it in one where they said May is hiding it somewhere, but then it turned out, because that was going to be the daughter.
And we're led to sort of believe that it may or may not be the May Parker Spider Girl from the alternate universe.
That's interesting.
But when he gets there to rescue, it turns out Norman had kidnapped Aunt May, and we don't talk about the baby no more.
No, we don't.
But I still think you could 100% do it. Say she's been down in the Amazon or something.
Why that's been sitting dormant?
Because they don't want to touch it no more.
Okay.
It really ages Peter in the mainstream.
It does.
I mean, you
start,
arguably two of the most famous superheroes of all time are now fathers in Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
So
which I don't understand why they can't give that to Spider-Man. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
We're going to talk about that later, though.
The best thing about Peter Parker, though, is that I know we're way off topic. He's fumbling through life a lot. And that's why because he's one of us. He makes true. You want to watch him fumble through fatherhood. I mean, if you can do it properly. I don't want him not to be able to pay his rent when he's got a baby.
I mean, that could just be another book. That could be like
they've already done that. It spun out of the most recent Secret Wars. It was a 5-issue standalone, and then it got an ongoing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows.
That's
where him and Mary Jane are raising their daughter.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But it wasn't Mayday Parker. It was another one.
Well, fortunately, the like we just said, the Masters of the Universe Revelation is set here to drop on Netflix. It looks really cool, and Hordak is set to make an appearance, which puts us just adjacent to She-Ra,
adjacent,
the Princess of Power. Will we get She-Ra stuff in the new?
Maybe.
I hope
if
so.
you're getting Hordak, you're definitely going to get the Horde members.
Kind of hope that the Princesses of Power was going to link back to He-Man in some way. It never did.
Well, they hinted at it, but that's as far as they went.
It was so surface scratchy, though, that it just
made those figures do unspeakable things before I knew they were related.
But yeah, we're going to have to wait a while longer for a live action one if it ever gets hammered.
Then we go back to that whole rights crap.
Yeah.
Universal.
Well, that's what they're fighting over too, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk some toys.
Woo! Toy news for the week.
Toy
wow.
news.
And there's lots.
There's
a few things that we left out from Sunday.
Yeah. First up, we have our first look at the McFarlane Red Tornado gold label figure.
That's a good looking figure.
Yeah, it is.
Any way you look at it, that's a pretty good looking figure. I like that one.
Nice.
I want this one. It's going to be launching today, unfortunately, exclusively at Target. So I'm not sure where it's going to pop up here.
That's probably going to be Toys R Us.
Toys R Us or GameStop, yeah.
But
wouldn't mind getting a hold of it. This next
I'd
one,
like to see some more, like, and just in figures in general, soft goods cape with that wire that these custom kids are sewing into it, or some real Like you
Yes.
could take that character to a whole other level right there with that kind of cape.
Soft goods is always this like
Hit or miss.
we talked about soft goods actually last
Yeah,
on Sunday
because,
actually.
like
The smaller they are, the harder it is to do. But
Yeah,
I mean, these
yeah.
are 7-inch figures. Like
Yeah.
you could do soft goods pretty easily. Now, mind
Lauren
you,
says it all the time. They're not using the right kind of material.
Always.
They need to consider what weighs that much at that scale and then go from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar, like the Batman that I just got. It's got a soft goods cape, but even that, like it's either like tissue paper thin,
Right.
or it might as well be that piece of plastic. It's like it's never
right.
in the middle, right?
Well,
Right.
Look what they did with the superpowers way back when, and it worked.
Yeah, they had a nice weight to them.
Yeah.
But again, 3 3/4, right?
Yeah.
So
Next up, we have I know Morgan, a fan of the show, is looking for this one. The new Wonder Woman launches for pre-order on November 22nd at select retailers.
that's a good looking Wonder Woman.
It
Man.
is.
Now, is that based on anybody's art that we can identify?
I don't know for sure.
That's a good looking
But,
Wonder Woman. I
it's
don't care.
Collector edition number 10.
Classic.
Yeah, 7-inch scale figure. It comes with the lasso, the sword, an axe, a shield, 4 extra hands, exclusive card, and a collectible art card.
I'll have to
It
ask.
could be the glam photos, but they look like they're getting better at their face paint apps.
I always said that with McFarlane, the comic book figures tend to look pretty good,
Yeah.
and the live action figures look like butt.
yeah.
There's no other way to say that.
They need to get the 3D scanning technology.
Whatever the
Black
face,
Series.
get the face print technology going there, and just
But have you ever gotten one where they were off to the
off
left just
by
a little bit?
one eye is like,
Oh, it's awful. When it's off, it's so off.
I'm just gonna leave the helmet on this one.
Yep. Next up, coming out of the NECA camp, this one's I don't know, it's different.
This one caught me off guard.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting this.
No, we've got RoboCop Ultimate Alex Murphy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
Nice.
thought we were going the other way.
OCP
Give
uniform.
the man a hand.
I am quite I am so down for this. As a RoboCop fan, this speaks to me. Especially that you're getting pretty much everything you need to do
from start to finish.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you can start him out as his good cop form, and then progressively just blow him up as he got taken apart.
I mean, take his hand off, take his arm off, put a few in the chest.
Yep. And have him screaming the whole way.
Absolutely.
Only Eric Foreman knew what his father used to do.
That's right. Yeah, before he became the president of the United Federation of Planets.
Yep.
That's right.
This is again 7-inch scale, right? So it comes in a window collector-friendly box. It's got a bunch of accessories and bears the likeness of Peter Weller. So,
and if we get an Ann Lewis to go with that,
that'd be great.
That'd be the trifecta.
Yeah. But apparently, this one goes on sale Monday, November 27th at 12 p.m.
It looks great.
So, sticking with the NECA camp.
This is the one that I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Based on Slippery When Wet, we get Bon Jovi with all his hair metal glory.
Jeepers creepers.
And you know, the funny part is, I like it. I like it. I mean, that hair is teased up exactly the way I remember that music video.
And it's funny because
other than it's plastic.
You don't get an alternate head, you get an alternate face.
Oh, that's new for NECA.
Yeah. So instead of swapping the whole head, you're just swapping
face
his
off.
face.
Interesting.
But he comes with two extra hands, guitar, mic stand.
It's funny.
Huge bulge.
Yeah, that's right. Comes with an extra sock. Funny that Richie Sambora just came out of the woodwork saying that it's probably time to get the band back together.
Maybe.
Have you listened to Bon Jovi lately? Have you heard or seen any live Bon Jovi in the last 2 to 3 years?
No, but I've listened to old Bon Jovi.
Yeah, stick with that. Stick with that. Your memory is better than the reality.
Fair enough.
Thing we can never escape. We can never escape the reality of the aging process.
Oh, there's some Axl Rose going around the internet that makes me go, oh my goodness.
What? What are you talking about?
You know who you are.
You know where you are.
but he's just like there's no sound coming out. He's just going in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. I'm gonna die.
The funny thing
Poor
is,
Axel.
we live in this place. By the way, that Hell Freezes Over tour is still going.
Okay.
Hell Freezes, sorry, Not in This Lifetime. The Not in This Lifetime tour that started in what, 2016?
Oh, geez.
Still going. There's been talk that there might be new music from them. And if you took Axl Rose and stuck him in a studio, he would come out sounding like 1987.
He probably would,
just because of what
if
they
he
can
didn't
do.
have to scream for 50,000 people and was like, it blew my mind when I found out that he was a backup singer for Don Henley. Like that.
Wow.
He didn't need to, I mean,
no.
He made millions doing it, so he probably needed to. But it blew my mind when I found out that he was that level of singer. Like, imagine harmonizing with Don Henley professionally.
No, can't imagine it. But Bon Jovi in a 7-inch action figure reminds me of the stuff that McFarlane was doing
back in the Metallica days. Yeah,
Metallica. We got there was
Ozzy Osbourne,
a Jimi Hendrix.
Yep.
You can have RoboCop arrest him.
I think there was an Angus Young.
Yeah. But this one will be
John Bon Jovi. Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Coming with me.
But this one will be shipping in April of 2024, so it's a little ways off, but
all right,
it will be coming. Still sticking with NECA, they released looks at the new Masters of the Universe Classic.
I saw these and went, what?
This isn't new. Like, they've done a whole host of these before.
These are vinyl
or some sort of rubber
vinyl
masks?
I think masks. Yeah, essentially Halloween masks.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Sculpted latex masks.
Oh, okay. The latex.
Yeah.
Look like the vintage figureheads.
Yeah. You got Trapjaw and Merman in this go around.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but it's okay.
If they're anything like Spirit Halloween prices, you're probably looking at what, $50 to $60 each.
Oh man. The last time we did
quality latex one.
Last time we did a mask from NECA, I want to say it was the Casey Jones Turtle Tune mask.
Okay.
And I think it was 70.
Wow.
But that's a couple years now. So I don't know where these are going to land. I would be surprised if these are north of 50, sub 100.
Yeah.
Even coming up in Canada, I would say these are going to come up close to 100, which is going to make it a hard sell for me. That's for sure.
Yeah. But they're shipping in May of 2024. So, look for pre-orders at your favorite NECA dealer. This next one, again, it caught me off guard, but it shouldn't at this point because of what they've been doing lately. The Super 7 reaction figures.
Oh, what are they doing now?
They're doing the Beastie Boys from Sabotage.
Okay. All right. I'm in.
I'm not in at $22 a figure. No way,
Really?
no hell.
It is now.
Yeah, and I mean, I only see them ever at Toys R Us.
Yeah. Well, and mostly Comic-Con shows.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
my local comic shop carries them there.
Yeah.
I can't do it. They were cute and kind of kitschy when it was like, oh,
a throwback to the old Kenner days.
When they did the first wave of like Star Trek and they were like $9.99.
Yeah. I bought
a
what's the candy store here? Freak Lunchbox. I bought a Daniel LaRusso for $4.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool.
In that $7 to $10
range. Those Karate Kid ones actually showed up at the dollar store.
They did, yeah.
That really, yeah. I want a Miyagi, but I've got the Daniel LaRusso and I was like $4. That's a decent
$7 to $10 every day of the week. I wouldn't bat an eye at that.
Yeah,
no.
But at 22 Canadian dollars for a reaction figure, I can't. No matter, like, there are very few properties that I would kind of go, oh, I need a $22 3 3/4 figure.
Yeah, like I see a lot of them that I would buy if they were more priced. I got those
collector friendly.
Oh, did you get Mr. Poopy Butthole though?
I did not. They had them, and I was like, I wanted to budget. They'll be there next week.
Yeah, but this particular 3-pack comes, packaged in a dramatic big explosion walk-away diorama box. They're calling it, and it includes
drive that price way up.
Yeah,
that's
it includes an 18 by 24 movie style Sabotage poster.
Oh, that's going to be a $10 premium right there.
Yep. And it is available now at super7.com. So
I probably won't, but the idea, that's a great idea. I love it.
yeah.
Again, it's not for me. I mean, I get it that along with we used to be Funko, but I guess it's Super 7.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending pool of licenses that
That's my joke. Is they have the license for your high school teachers.
Yeah.
It's a Doc Skiok Funko.
I don't know if I had to go for that.
They probably have our likenesses.
Yeah, really. It comes with the formula for LSD.
Partially erased.
Partially erased off the board, yeah.
Well, that brings us to our next order of business.
What?
There, Wesley?
Mid-show, I guess it's time for our second game of the night. Let's flip on the old machine here and see what's happening with...
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
Would you like to play a game?
Every
Every week I hear that, I'm thinking, how did we stuff a mainframe in here? Jesus. All right.
Nuclear war.
It is Lexicon, the nonsensical word game where I provide you with a completely nonsensical yet 100% legitimate word. I'm going to give you 3 definitions, and your job is to decide which one is the right one. And if I've done my work, then I have pulled the wool over your eyes and I get the con. Are you ready for this week's word?
What do you got for us?
All right, this week's word is
Zerts.
Zerts. Want to hear it?
After dinner, I love it.
Zerts.
Yeah, it's that after dinner mint. No, it's not.
Xerxes.
Xerxes.
Xerxes' nickname. This my buddy Zerts. We're going to take Constantinople.
All right. First definition for the word Zerts tonight is
the phenomenon of experiencing a sudden burst of creative inspiration or innovative ideas while daydreaming.
Ooh.
That's definition number 1. All right, Zerts, definition number 2.
To gulp down a beverage enthusiastically and quickly.
I thought that was chug.
Or gulp, yeah.
Chug.
And Zerts, definition number 3.
The act of seamlessly blending artistic styles, genres, or elements to create a captivating and innovative work of art.
Ooh. I'm going with number 1.
We got Hank coming in at number 1. The phenomenon of experiencing a sudden burst of creative inspiration or innovative ideas while daydreaming. I was sitting in the back the other day and I had a Zerts.
I've got the Zerts.
Got the Zerts. Oh, Red coming in also with a number 1. That's 2 for number 1.
I think I'm going to land on 3 this week.
Andy coming in at number 3. That's 2 for 1, 1 for 3. Do we have any more?
Maybe.
For any more?
Maybe.
I know we should have some kind of like sounder like to play that out. I mean, I could always just.
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
And it really is every week. It totally is bananas.
Oh, got another one.
We got Greg all the way home now, back home in Florida, I presume now, safe and sound, coming in at number 1. Sorry we couldn't get a visit in this week, Greg. I apologize for that, being sick. And then Nolan coming in at number 2. So it's an even split here between a 1 and 3 with one guess at number 2.
So you could Zerts a beer.
You could Zerts a beer. In fact, if you said number 2, just hang on a second here. If you said number 2, you are in fact correct.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. To gulp down a beverage enthusiastically and quickly.
Really Zerts that thing.
And so is that I almost did a Thor. Is that a made up word? Like all words are made up. But is it what is the do you guys go deeper on that? What is the etymology of that word?
I could now you're getting into it. I don't have the word origin for this one. I did pull this one. I have a super secret article of nonsensical words that nobody could ever find on Google.
course not.
Right.
And as you're scrolling through it on your phone, where did he find it this week, bastard? But quite often what I'll do is whatever the definition is in the article, I will go to Google and I will look it up to see, because quite often
Right.
there's a lot of them are sort of vernacular, kind of plain English. Last week, Andy gave me a word. When I looked it up, I got a different spelling for it.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was weird. Like, I don't know. Do you get the word origin for this one?
According to the Google box, it says one to remember the next time you play Scrabble. The word zerts is a verb with unknown origins.
Unknown verbiage.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
It's also the name of a coffee shop in Texas.
Well, congratulations going out to Nolan for winning this week's No
Good
Prize.
job, sir.
With number 2, to gulp down a beverage enthusiastically and quickly. This has been this week's edition of Lexicon. Come back next week as we do it all over again when I give you another stupidly nonsensical word and we try and do it all over again. Back over to you, Andy.
Here's a follow-up for you.
Oh, wait, follow up. What do you got?
One Google user says they believe it to be directly related to or constructed from xeric, which means very dry, from the Greek
Ew.
zero, which means dry or
Interesting.
withered.
Not
So-
like Xerox.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I never would have known. Ray coming in a little bit late with number 3. That was a good try.
Good try.
Incorrect.
Yep.
All right, back to you, sir.
All right, back over
How's
here.
your internet connection, Ray?
Kim,
Okay.
Kim warned me before we went live tonight that our internet connection would seem to be fumbled, but nobody in the comments has said anything, so it must be coming through.
Somewhat
Okay.
normalish.
Yeah.
Must be doing okay.
You're not choppy at all to me.
Good.
Okay, this next one's been jumping around the internet this week.
Oh,
Pedro Pascal is reportedly in talks to play Reed Richards in the new Fantastic Four.
you mean Junko Ricardo?
Yeah.
Listen, I love Pedro. I think he's a fantastic actor. Does that mean that I'm just going to say that
Put him in everything?
No, don't put him in everything.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this is the right choice. And it isn't, that, Reed's a white guy and he's Hispanic. But again,
No.
we messed with the Fantastic Four the last
You get
time
Jessica
when
Alba
we
back.
when we diversified the Fantastic Four the last time, it didn't work.
But I think that had to do with story and rehashing their origin
Well,
again.
that too.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
I don't know who I would cast. I really like John Krasinski. I don't know
did
why.
as well.
I really liked it.
I liked him too for his all 40 seconds of screen time.
And I liked the
identification.
fan-led campaign that led up to that. And I was hoping that was it going forward.
I saw some
He
stuff.
just doesn't have the look to me. And it's like Pedro is the man and an exceptional actor. And if Franklin Richards is a baby, it works out really nicely for him. But
Yeah,
he doesn't look like Reed Richards to me.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
And and I'm the first person to say that you can take creative license with characters if you capture the essence and the spirit of the character.
Mhm.
But this one just feels wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't recall him being made of rubber.
Need somebody like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Or Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. He could play Reed Richards.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So he's in talks apparently.
In talks.
But there's also going around that the director, Matt Shackman, and Josh Friedman will be writing. And Shackman has said that this movie, The Fantastic Four, will be somewhat influenced by his work on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh.
So that could be.
Has Taika Waititi screwed everything up for everyone? I don't know. I almost want my Fantastic Four movie to be so cerebral. I have to watch it 10 times going,
What did I just see? Yeah. No, I hear
You
you.
wouldn't want to watch them just screaming at each other, and then Danny DeVito plays Herbie the Robot.
Oh man.
I mean, I'd watch it on YouTube and probably love every second of it, but I I don't know. This is the one that like and this is very controversial, but I'd rather they screwed up X-Men than this. I've
Oh,
had
yeah.
it with the screwed up versions of this because I do love this comic so much.
I mean, like, I
It's
don't
Marvel's first family, right? Like they got to do them some justice.
like. It almost makes me feel like, is this another like Corman Fantastic Four just so we can keep the rights? Like, but that's not true. It's an
Yeah.
MCU thing.
Yeah,
So
they've got the rights now.
no, exactly. We own that stuff, so we
Yeah.
can do that.
The Arrested Development Fantastic Four the musical. Are you familiar with Arrested Development? They literally, that's the joke. Ron Howard has the rights and he has to produce something, and they make Fantastic Four the musical.
That's right. That is right. Yeah. The whole Taika Waititi thing, Hank, you'd be happy to know that he's actually come out and said that if there's a Thor 5, he will not be part of it. So that's okay.
Yeah.
I've always had a problem with that version of Thor. It's not anybody's fault. I mean, that's highly like, you can't please everybody all the time.
No.
But I never saw him as a comedic lead. And I really feel like Marvel like leans too heavily into that with the success of Guardians 1.
The jokes early on in Thor's movie-going career about he's my brother, he just murdered millions of people, he's adopted.
That stuff.
Great.
He was almost like
That's
the straight
great.
guy giving those lines, right?
That's right. Yeah.
But my Thor speaks in the third person and is beer
Verily.
swilling, right?
It's
Verily. Absolutely. Forsooth.
And that's one thing the animated Avengers has always been able to nail with him, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Ultimate Avengers?
I believe so.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good version of Thor.
And so I kind of want my Fantastic Four movie to be cerebral and ultra serious.
Reads this world-class scientist, but like the four of them, they're astronauts.
Right.
So give me credible space. Give me, mind you, the MCU has already blown that wide open. So
yeah. Excuse me.
I don't know. If this is true and this does work out, of course, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to give it all the time in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong.
I
hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
Are we going to get a fourth origin story?
We don't need it, but
on some level, absolutely we will.
Yeah, because it's
sure.
an MCU origin story. So
I feel like there would be an origin for this one.
Cosmic rays, that's all you need.
Yep.
This next one, I don't know that this is going to be an origin tale, but it's definitely a somewhat prequel. Ted, the series.
That came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah.
I had no idea that this was even
First I saw it was in the chat.
Yeah, it's coming to Peacock on January 11th. So
is Mark Wahlberg coming back for this?
I don't know for sure, but it would be weird if he didn't.
I think it would.
But
he's getting weird lately.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Oh, I've totally been missing out. What's going on?
I don't want to offend anybody out there, so please forgive me. He's gone ultra super Catholic.
Oh wow!
Selling knockoff running shoes on his Instagram. Like he's got some like sporting goods, apparel business that he's just always hawking. You can wear these sneakers while you're doing your daily prayers, and it's like, well, you're scaring me, Mark.
Are they at least funky?
That's why I'm like, go back to funky punching and or
underwear model.
What did Martin Scorsese do to you? Sorry for all the Mark Wahlberg. I can't even say it.
I like Mark Wahlberg. I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's fun as heck. And I'm really, if I offended any Catholics out there, but oh my goodness.
It's intense, huh?
Oh, it's intense. Makes Mel Gibson look normal.
Hey, Mel Gibson, actually, surprisingly, I liked The Continental. If you haven't seen that yet, give that a watch.
Yeah, but his social media, whoo! It's like Murtaugh, but a guy that goes to church. Or sorry, Riggs.
Wow.
It's Riggs, but at church.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, but the synopsis for our TED show here, in the comedic prequel to the events of the TED films,
Oh,
It's set in 1993, and Ted the Bear's moment of fame has passed. He's now living back home in Framingham, Massachusetts, with a 16-year-old John Bennett.
Oh,
okay. So there you go.
Yeah, so probably not a Mark Wahlberg unless it's like a future cameo or something.
Maybe
Or like they do the Young Sheldon where he gives like a
like an
backwards,
opening narration or something. Yeah.
But he's living there along with John's parents, Maddie and Susan, and cousin Blair. So Ted may be a lousy influence on John, but at the end of the day, he's a loyal pal who's always willing to go out on a limb for friendship.
Oh, that's cool.
So
some pretty good moments in
interesting.
both those films, actually.
yeah,
I liked both of them.
Flash.
I was thinking more of his Hootie and the Blowfish impression. When everybody's saying like this.
Oh man, I made you think I was fucking retarded. There's offensive. Yeah, there's offensive moments in it, but it's still fun. If you want to go check out the trailer, it is linked in the show notes as well.
It's Ted. What do you expect?
I know it's Seth MacFarlane, so it'll be good. Next up, wanted to give a shout out to the new comic book store in Lindsay,
right.
PB&J Comics. I had a chance to stop in and chat with owner Jordan Scott last week, and it's nice to finally see a comic book store back in Lindsay again.
So that's really local to us.
It
That's
is. It's
20
like 20 minutes
25 minutes away. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
super
so if
cool,
you're-
man.
Yeah, if you're in the area, pop by and say hi. They're located at 232 Kent Street West, Unit 2 in Lindsay.
What's the last comic store that was in Lindsay?
Wow. Probably like dedicated comic shop
I want to say it's the one that was over on
on William Street.
yeah.
Eyeball Soup
Was it Eyeball Soup?
before they moved to Peterborough.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been an age.
Down the street on William. God, Hank, we would have walked right by it
Yeah.
when you lived with Kelly on the corner of
Right.
of William and Colburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like a
I
salon
don't
or
know if it
something.
was
now.
then there.
Yeah.
I don't
I was
know.
there then.
I bought
remember-
a ton
yeah.
of like RPG stuff from them.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you're in Lindsay, go pop by and say hi.
Man, that's cool.
Is he doing like just comics, or is he doing comics
He's got
and
comics, he's got cards, he's got some toys in there, some
okay, so all around nerd shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for
I'll have
him.
to go and check them out.
you got some D&D dice.
Well, that's
Woohoo.
handy to have.
Mhm. Next up here, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse finally gets an update on the release, and it's not a great one.
This is the third
one.
Okay.
It was originally scheduled for March 29th, 2024,
Wow.
but then the strike
strike
happened
had
and
to
everything
have-
went to hell. And during an interview with Digital Spy, the franchise writer producers Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, they shared their update and said it will release when it's ready.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm. I wouldn't want anything less. Oh my goodness, I love those
That's-
movies.
that's not a
It's not
you
a
know,
terrible thing to say.
It's not
but
thumbing your nose at anybody. It's just
No.
yeah.
it takes what it takes.
Yeah. And you could read that different too, almost like
Yeah, I
it'll
think
be
so.
ready when it's ready.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
You know, but I wouldn't want anything less. I almost forgot how much until you put that on the screen, how much I enjoyed that second movie. Oh my
I
goodness.
still have to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Is it streaming yet?
I think we're getting
It's-
close.
It must be
for
close.
purchase at stupid Amazon Prime.
Okay,
purchase
so then
only,
it'll
but
be soon.
yeah.
It'll be soon.
I'm still waiting for Dial of Destiny to hit streaming services. They're Disney Plus.
Hey,
It's
but
been
if
a
you haven't
minute.
seen it, I talked about this on Sunday. If you have Crave, Hank, you can watch Blue Beetle now,
Oh, cool. Very
and
cool.
it's fun.
Is it
It's
good?
fun. It's like an overproduced episode of television, and so it's streaming. It feels like a good fit for it.
That's the Karate Kid guy.
That's right,
Yeah,
Sholo Maraduena.
there it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, good. He's good in it too. He's very much Miguel on that movie, but
Mm.
it's because all I think of is Miguel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they continue their quote saying, these conversations are thankfully above our pay grade, but I can tell you that we're already hard at work on it and we'll take the time it takes to make a great film.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
that
that's fine.
continues, and that gives you like all the hope you need there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
second
I mean,
one was the largest animated undertaking in the history of animation. It had over
Is that right?
1,000 animators on that show.
oh wow, wow, that's a lot.
Even like a 14-year-old kid who did Lego animating.
Oh,
and
really?
They saw him on YouTube and went, hey, would you like to do a scene for the movie?
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
cool.
That's really cool.
For fans of the HBO Max Harley Quinn series,
That would be you.
it would be me. It's been renewed for a 5th season.
Cool.
Yeah. In a press release from Warner Brothers, they confirmed that the adult animated series will return for another one on its streaming service Max. They're going to continue Harley and Ivy's misadventures, and they can finally tell people that yes, it's happening.
That's cool.
Very cool. That's the one that's on Netflix too.
This is the one
I
with,
believe it is on Netflix.
This
yeah.
is the one with Kaylee Cuoco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't let your kids watch it.
No.
Uh-uh.
No. But the series, it debuted in 2019, stars Kaylee Cuoco, like you said, and follows Harley's adventures after she breaks things off with the Joker. The 4th season just finished up not too long ago. Its season premiered in July.
Yeah.
And it focused on Harley trying to balance her new role as a crime fighter affiliated with the Bat family, maintaining her relationship with Poison Ivy, who becomes head of the Legion of Doom.
That's an interesting split to be in.
Yeah. So it was fun. I didn't mind it at all.
Do the right thing or your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know how that's going to work out. 3 of us here. I'm pretty sure if I said it was girlfriend first, we'd all be like,
Where do you want me to hide the body?
They didn't give a release window for this,
No.
but they did announce that the spin-off series Kite Man, Hell Yeah, will premiere sometime next year.
Kite Man's getting
Kite Man is getting his own series.
That's amazing.
Spinning out of this.
Hell yeah.
Spinning out of control.
Yeah. It's going to focus on Kite Man and his girlfriend Golden Glider as the couple opens a bar.
Oh, boy.
And one report says that it's going to be like Cheers, but with DC villains.
Man, that makes
Now,
me
see
long for the Tick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That right there makes me long for the Tick. Oh, man.
I could get behind that.
Yeah. I mean,
That
the
sounds
character
fun
was
as heck,
likable.
actually.
Hanging out in a bar.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever watch those? And I'm sure there's a YouTube how it should have ended.
Yes.
And like Superman and Batman, and sometimes whoever else was in the video hanging out in the coffee shop at the end.
Yeah.
Not Batman, and they're just talking trash to each other. That works. I like that.
And they've done a few bar scenes in the Harley Quinn show itself.
Yeah.
And you see random thugs and whatever, but to have like some more upper tier villains showing up for a drink, that'd be cool.
This is
Yeah.
There's an episode of the Tick where there's a villain's bar. Where's a jerk that calls himself the Tick? I am that jerk.
Such a great show.
all of them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you mention it,
All of them.
live-action
Yeah,
versions.
They've all been good. Yeah.
The only thing bad about the latest Amazon one was that they didn't do another season.
That
Right.
it ended too soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
agree with that.
This next one, it throws back to that infamous holiday special back in 1978. It is
Oh,
a
lay it on me.
documentary called
Yeah.
A Disturbance in the Force.
I mean, Donnie and Marie and Chris Christopherson walk into a cantina.
But Anthony Daniels is still there.
And I think that's some what is that one of the extras from Solar Babies on the side there? What is that?
It could be. It could be. Roller derby girl.
This
Yeah.
one is from the Donnie and Marie special because apparently they can't use any of the footage from the original holiday special in their documentary trailer.
It's bizarre that this series or the special has gotten so much attention this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've got an official Kenner release with
Life Day Chewy.
with Life Day Chewy,
Yep.
and now
Awesome.
this.
Nice.
I am very interested to see what people's opinions are of this.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a comical behind the scenes documentary about the ill-fated Star Wars holiday special. It's going to be available on digital and Blu-ray on December 5th. But it's already premiered at this year's SXSW Film Festival.
Okay.
Oh, South by Southwest. Yeah.
And the announcement, I guess, for it came on Life Day.
Back in November.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's still November. What am I saying?
Yeah. But it's also going to get a select release in theaters across the US, UK, and Australia.
Oh, so we won't get it here in Canada.
No, we're going to have to get the
all right.
Blu-ray or streaming. So,
Well, I'm definitely down to see this.
yeah, it chronicles the
Yeah.
making of that Star Wars special and how it actually came to be. So,
I just saw Plastic Galaxy.
Oh, that's good too.
It was so elusive though. I couldn't find it anywhere. I kept looking and looking, and then now it's on YouTube. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm all in. Anything
And-
that's Star Wars related, absolutely.
And so is the holiday special too. So
yeah, that's true.
you know, if you feel
Yeah.
you need a
It's
rewatch,
fairly high quality too.
yes,
I'm
yes, it
surprised.
is.
Did you guys go back in time and record that off CBC?
someone might have. But in a review from Variety said it's amusing and exhaustive. And you don't have to be a Star Wars diehard to value the documentary for its tea
At
spilling.
least it's
and
not
gossip
exhausting
mongering.
and abusive.
I was going to say exhaustive in the depth that they go to, or
It might
exhaustive
be,
to
yeah.
watch.
Well, they do say
Exhausting.
in the trailer
and
that they're going to show a ton of clips and parts from it.
Okay, that's
Nice.
great.
Nice.
So you can check out the trailer on YouTube for this documentary.
I've said before. You know, that was on. I had that in the mixer for months, and I wasn't that long ago that I got rid of it.
Aw.
Stir, whip, stir. Ah!
Boy,
I said it on Sunday, I think, or recently.
sometimes.
The holiday special has some redeeming qualities.
Sure, it does.
Bet.
The Boba Fett thing is obviously the number one thing.
Yeah.
Ralph McQuarrie's artwork is another
Mhm,
one.
And
Just go
how
to-
drunk did you have to get Harrison Ford to actually?
I mean, what did they do? Tell Art Carney that B. Arthur was signed on, or
Right,
vice
right.
versa? Like,
Have you guys ever seen the Muppet Show? Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do.
Oh boy. Next up here. Superman Legacy has found its Lex Luthor.
Yes,
I'm okay with this.
Nicholas Holt.
I'm okay with this. Apparently,
He's a pretty
Nicholas
great
Holt
actor.
was actually in the running for Superman.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But now confirmed
see
by,
that.
I think, Variety reported it.
Multiple sources are citing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Deadline, DC, and they'd been waiting to reach the deal until after the strike, but it concluded basically 3 months prior.
So what? Now we can just tell people?
Now we can tell people.
Oh, that's cool.
That Nicholas Holt from Renfield, among other things.
Hank.
yeah,
McCoy
he was a
and,
hell of a
Hank
beast.
McCoy.
He was a hell of a beast.
Yeah.
I still think of him as the as one of the Wild Boys from Mad Max.
Mm,
Oh yeah,
Wild Boys, was that what they were called? Were they called the Wild Boys?
I can't remember.
The white painted guys that
Yeah,
drove
yeah.
all of Emerton Joe's army.
Mm,
Yeah, he was one. He's I think that was his first really big film.
fair enough. But yeah, Superman Legacy due to premiere in theaters July 11th, 2025. So you got to wait, but
I'm okay.
I'm sure we'll be getting more and
I'm
more
okay
as it
with
comes
waiting.
through.
I'm a Superman fan, so I am looking forward to this.
This next one's kind of funny. Beetlejuice 2 has finally wrapped filming.
He's the ghost with the most.
Yep.
Mhm.
But the thing is, I guess it was like 2 days from being done. When the
Oh
strike
my
hit.
god!
So the last
So-
scene, everybody's 2 years older.
Yeah. Yeah, he was less than 2 days away from completing the film when the project was halted by the strike.
Right.
And I guess several blocks of the town of Melrose, Massachusetts, where the filming was done,
Yeah.
they had to be taken over and like redone.
Oh, it'd be like the talking about Arrested Development, the revival.
yeah.
Everybody was mysteriously older.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we got red here.
Oh, Nux. Nux was the character from Mad Max. That's right.
Fair enough. But yeah, so the past 24 hours have seen numerous photos and videos popping up online of people, showing Burton and Jenna Ortega and everybody back on set.
But it's amazing how quickly they got it back together.
Yeah,
Like
and then
once the
just-
strike wrapped up.
yeah. So
Nobody
chances are,
wanted it to stop, right? They
No.
they had
No,
to.
no.
They
Yeah.
had to. So I'm sure that there was something behind the scenes keeping the engines revving.
Yeah.
Like, okay, go to work.
This is a movie that I didn't think was needed and I didn't think was going to happen.
At least it's not Beetlejuice in Hawaii.
Right. there's been like talk about a Beetlejuice sequel for a long
Oh,
time,
before
like long before there was even a rumor.
Yeah.
And now here we are on the verge of it's almost here.
Yeah.
So
It's exciting.
predictions?
I think it'll be all right.
I hope so. Michael Keaton, I think, is enjoying a bit of a resurgence. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's back. Winona Ryder's back. Catherine O'Hara's back.
that's going to be fun.
fantastic.
But they're joined by Jenna Ortega,
Jenna Ortega, yeah.
Willem Dafoe, Justin Theroux, and Monica Bellucci.
It's going to be good.
So, yeah. Scheduled to debut in theaters September 6th, 2024.
Man, it's still a long ways
So,
away.
Yeah,
Well, it's less than a year. It's less than a
Yeah.
year. So, I mean, it won't be too long.
Yeah. This next one, I did not know they were this far along on it, but Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 2. They might be returning to a very notable location in the lore.
In the sense that
Spoiler, they might be going to Rivendell.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, are they going to reinterpret Rivendell? I mean, a lot of this has been reinterpreted.
In the time frame, there is no Rivendell yet.
No.
Oh, they're in the third age.
Yeah, so Rivendell hasn't been built.
So we're skipping ahead of it.
Could be like the establishment or
Yeah.
so what they've said in an article I read was that they're going to be holding truer to the books than they did last season, and that we were going to heavily focus on Mordor and Sauron. Sorry.
That's an interesting thought because I think part of the criticism from season 1 was that it was so divergent because they didn't have all the rights to the stuff that they wanted to talk about. So
Right. So
Like
I
they
think that
didn't-
it may have maybe rectified itself. But the article I read this morning was
that's interesting.
like fans will be happier. I wasn't.
I was not
The
happy.
arguments I heard made me want to slap people.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
liked it a lot.
I thought it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a big sword and sorcery fantasy fan, right? Like I'm a genre buff. So this I'm the target audience for this. I'm
Mhm.
in.
Yeah.
I watched all the bad Dungeons and Dragons movies.
In the lore, Elrond, he sets out from Lindon at the head of the Elven army in order to aid the elves of Irigian, who are under attack from Sauron's forces. He arrives too late, finding them already overrun, and him and his group fall back to fortify a stronghold at Rivendell.
Right.
So that could be just like laying the whole groundwork for it.
So the
Like-
place
like
that
the
will
place.
become Rivendell.
Place, yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah, that's cool.
Twitter on this account, Fellowship of the Fans.
X.
Sorry.
X.
There was an X.
We can't speak it anymore.
I know.
I don't. I'm not updating, so it's still Twitter for me.
But they posted an image of elves riding into battle. So
I'm totally down. I
yeah.
can't wait.
yeah,
It could be shadow puppets, and I'd probably watch it. Yeah, love the story.
but we don't have to wait too long because it is expected to premiere sometime in 2024. So
Well, I mean, that's just right around the corner. So
yeah,
Yeah,
this was some big news today.
Oh, I was so excited to see
Yeah.
this.
Dave Filoni has been promoted at Lucasfilm.
Promoted to Chief Creative Officer.
He will now
Mhm.
oversee the next generation of Star Wars movies and shows.
I am
from the
so
foreground, because let's face it, he's
Yeah.
been operating from the background for a long time.
the quote that he gave basically said this, and I'm paraphrasing when I say it. He's like, when I would get pulled in on stuff, I was pulled in when things were well into development. But
Mhm.
now he will be involved much earlier on
Right at the inception.
in everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's super cool. And I think as the fans that we are,
Yeah.
I mean, we were sort of championing that, like,
Oh,
Yeah. Get him up higher. So give
I
that
was
man
starting
the
to sound like a
keys.
broken record. Give me the
Mandarins
head of
over there.
Pablo Hidalgo. Put this
Yeah,
guy on
really.
guard.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic comment. Red says, is this a direct result of the South Park Pandaverse assassination of Kathleen Kennedy?
I just think it's always
No,
been
I don't
coming.
think so.
I think he's been groomed for the position, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's always.
I said
been
this
going happen.
I said this to my wife today. It almost, with this news breaking today, you almost could look back at his involvement in live action Star Wars up to this point as being, I'm learning
Right.
Yeah.
how to do live action under
So, like,
John.
but what does this say for those of us that are like, this is it's the best time to be a Star Wars fan. We're in
Oh,
the
yeah.
middle of the Star Wars
Yeah.
Renaissance. But now, now we're about to actually see something take off.
I
Like,
hope
if he's
that
involved at the
no.
beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
the consistency. I having him at the helm creatively, I have a high expectation for consistency across all of the properties now.
Right.
Yeah.
Higher than I had before.
Yeah. Yes.
He was also quoted in the Vanity Fair interview saying, "I'm not telling people what to do, but I do feel I'm trying to help them tell the best story that they want to tell. I need to be a help across the galaxy here, like part of the Jedi Council."
Oh, that's a great
almost.
attitude.
Nice.
That's a
He's
great
got
attitude.
George wouldn't do that stamp.
Yeah.
So did Mark Hamill, but he was just a paid actor.
No, it's true.
I'll
He's
go and
going
do
to
my
need a
job
bigger
now.
hat.
That's right. Needs a 14
I'm
gallon.
over
hat.
the moon about this. This is great news.
Yeah, I am as well. I couldn't be happier about this.
Next up, we have the new J. Scott Campbell variant has been released, or announced, I should say, for the upcoming Ultimate Spider-Man book in the new year.
That's cool.
There will also be a version variant at the ratio of 1 in 500. So that'll go up.
1 in 500.
Yeah.
So what do we think total numbers of that are going to be?
Depends on how many they order, right?
The print run, yeah, I guess so.
Because there's going to be a regular version with all the dressing and everything.
Yeah.
But then, another one to make people buy more. Again, this is good and bad. Another variant that everybody's going to want, featuring a Spider-Man story that people have been begging for years now. We're putting Peter and Mary Jane finally back together.
They're getting back together.
He's biting her beard style there.
But again, like, they're not doing it in main continuity. They're starting a new book, doing a new story, letting him happen over there rather than fix the main one.
Well, maybe this is where we can address the kid stuff.
Yeah, just do it in the main book, though.
Oh,
I mean, like, I wrote a letter in back in issue 583 or something like that years ago. And they said, and it was right after the One New Day or One More Moment.
One more.
Or One Moment in Time, I think it was.
Okay.
When they broke him up, he sold his soul, whatever. And they told me then, just be patient. We'll just be patient. And, 400 issues later, here I am. I'm still patient.
Yeah.
And
400
they've gotten
issues.
so close multiple times. But every time something happens and Peter and MJ stay split.
Okay, well.
But this will be the second time they've actually put them in together again in another book. Like we were
But not
saying.
the main continuity.
No.
Okay.
It's
like,
really it's a tough sort of position because the will they won't they dynamic, which worked for the 70s and the 80s.
Oh, won't they get married or
are they gonna last as a couple? Are
stay
they
together?
Are they in love? Is he still mourning Gwen? Is it
Right.
And so that kind of tension disappears when that the story, like to ramp things up, they literally had to have like her become the victim a lot.
Right.
Like I found that a lot after they were married, and I loved it. I still love it. Don't get me wrong, but I found like they leaned on her as almost like a crutch, and then they made her own superhero basically.
Right.
When she was autonomous from him. I want nothing more than for Peter to be the happiest cat in the world, but that would take something away from Spider-Man almost. So I'm almost glad it's self-contained. I still want the mainstream baby resolution.
Yeah.
I've even wrote a fan fiction like last Spider-Man story ever, and it's based on the fact that baby has been lost. And in fact, in my story, it's lost forever kind of thing. I won't get into it. It's cool.
It's all good.
He's in a coma for years, and Daredevil actually retires from crime fighting and just protects Peter Parker from supervillains who know he's in the hospital in a coma.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's going to come out when the rest of the series comes out here, and I'm probably going to read it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, This next one also
Oh,
today, we're gonna tick off some people here.
Keep your director's name out your mouth.
Yeah. Director John Woo has weighed in on the whole comic movie thing, and he is quoted as saying, "I prefer Martin Scorsese's movies. You know, real cinema."
And
I
I
love
prefer
the,
not his Hulk movie.
How
How about that?
that was Ang Lee.
That was Ang Lee.
Oh,
was
you're
Ang
right.
Lee.
Oh,
That
John
was Ang
Woo.
Lee.
I'm
John
sorry.
Woo, who
Oh, that's
brought you
horrible. of me.
classics like Face Off and Mission Impossible 2.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Killers.
Yes.
Yes.
But he's also quoted as saying, "I never liked watching movies with big special effects or anything based on comic books. I prefer Martin Scorsese's films, kind of cinema, and I can't wait to watch Killers of the Flower Moon. I like old-fashioned movies, you know, real cinema. There aren't many movies like that lately." And I'm sorry, but MI2 might as well have been a friggin' comic book movie.
You know, a mega action director, like it's interesting to know, like that gives you sort of a sliver of insight into where he draws the line.
Yeah.
You know, what he does as a director is not, it doesn't blur the line.
No.
I find that weird.
Yeah. His next movie, which is his first Hollywood film since 2003, is called Silent Night and features the Suicide Squad's Joel Kinnaman as a normal father struck by tragedy after his young son gets caught in the crossfire of a gang's drive-by shooting on Christmas Eve.
Is that a remake?
Essentially, it's The Punisher.
Oh.
Wasn't there another movie called Silent Night with that plot?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Google
I don't know.
Yeah, but the
Google
attack
remake
leads
to
him
me.
to fall into the criminal underworld as he sets out on bloody mission of revenge, and having lost his voice due to a throat injury sustained during the same shooting, the movie has no dialogue.
Oh, it's Snake Eyes.
Yeah, so it's The Punisher meets Snake Eyes.
So he's resulted to gimmicks then rather than
Yeah, but like exactly, like it's literally the same idea as a comic book movie.
Yeah,
and yet he's
exactly.
crapping all over them.
Is he crapping on them? I don't know. I'll take
He's throwing in with Martin Scorsese.
I'll
that's
take
crapping on him.
I'll take his statement at face value that he prefers Martin Scorsese movies, but I don't agree with Scorsese's comments on the genre.
no.
Bit.
No.
Not one bit.
Red says, John Woo, isn't he the drive sideways and slow-mo guy?
Dive sideways in slow-mo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't forget the pigeons, or was it doves?
Oh,
Gotta have the doves
right,
fly
yeah.
out as somebody.
I
walks
will
past.
say that gunfights weren't the same after John Woo movies hit North America.
No, that's
He
true.
did improve the gun. Like imagine Desperado was
Was all Charles Bronson style.
right, you know.
One shot. We are getting close to the end of the show.
Are we getting? Oh, we're
So,
getting down there.
If folks wanted to call in, you know,
Now would be the time to do it. Yeah, as we
Mhm.
approach our last call here.
Yeah, but this next one also new today for those watching. The Karate Kid reboot
The
will
reboot.
Yes, will reunite. Will unite Ralph Macchio and
So
Jackie
this is going to
Chan.
be a film.
This is going to be a film. The next Karate Kid film.
Woo.
It's going to blend the original trilogy with the 2010 reboot.
Is this going to be connected to
Cobra
the?
Kai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
he is. Ralph Macchio is back as Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah, yeah.
Jackie Chan is back as Mr. Han.
And no word on Jaden Smith's character.
No word on Jaden Smith's character, but this is where the twist happens.
Okay.
They have a video up on YouTube of Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, and it is a casting call. They are looking for the next star of the Karate Kid.
Come on.
But they're underway looking for a Chinese actor to play the new
Interesting.
character.
Okay.
And actors interested in auditioning can go to karatekidcasting.com and give it a shot.
That's cool.
But yeah, they're looking to bring the story of East Coast and focus on a teen from China who finds strength and direction via martial arts and a tough but wise mentor. But they're not saying which one is going to be the mentor.
Well, I mean, wanting a Chinese kid
Now
almost
we have a
almost
Karate
certainly.
Kid multiverse.
it
Yeah,
almost certainly plants. I mean, let's face it. Jackie Chan's character is the supplanted Miyagi.
Miyagi,
He's the
yeah.
Miyagi of that story.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be him.
It could be Hilary Swank in a complete just swerve.
I'm still waiting for that to happen. We've still got one
Yeah,
more
we've got
season.
one more season
One
of
more
Cobra
season of
Kai.
Cobra Kai, and I feel like if you're going to do it,
Everybody's
you've-
been in it.
you've thrown
Everybody's been in it.
You've thrown everything else at it, so why not?
You could even have Clint Eastwood in the background training her. Just go all in with references. Reference the movie. Boys, I think I just hit a great idea. Let's make reference the movie.
$1 Million Karate Kid.
I will give this a chance.
Yeah.
I was
I
not
mean,
a
I
huge
love
fan.
Jackie Chan. I love the genre. I was a little bit weirded out by like suddenly Mr. Miyagi is Chinese instead of Japanese.
Yeah.
But I mean, the story was good. It made me feel like it had the same vibe to it.
And I mean they tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
Yeah.
Was it the Karate Kid of that generation? I don't know.
I'd have to ask a kid who's watched it, loves it, and has never seen the other ones.
You just ask them. You
It's like-
pull a kid aside and say, "Have you seen the Karate Kid?"
And
And get them to describe it to you. And could
It's
you
a Saturday Night
identify
Live monologue joke a couple weeks ago, actually. It was like, no, sorry. It was, it's a podcast, a live podcast with the Asian fellow, the Korean guy that's was on Mad TV. Oh my.
Yeah, you've
Not
lost
Phil
me there.
Lamar.
No, the Korean fella. Oh my goodness. Anyways, they're playing tennis and she's like, "Weren't you in the Karate Kid?" And he's like, "That's racist." And she's like, "What do you mean? Weren't you?" And he's like, "Well, you think I'm Pat Morita?" She's like, "No, I thought you were Jackie Chan." Who's Pat Morita?
Who's Pat Morita?
And then he finds out that she really thought that he was Jackie Chan. It's kind of a weird. It's quite funny, but yeah, it's like a week ago that I saw that.
Right.
Nice.
And she was young, so she had actually had no idea who Pat Morita was or the original Karate Kid, and her perspective was this new movie or the new old movie. So it's funny you say that.
That's funny.
Red Swenson coming in here.
Reference the movie tagline. They said the thing.
Right. And the whole time it's just
Yeah, seriously.
we would make a lot of money.
Well, it looks like we're hitting that time of the show again where we wind things down. But before we go, we should finish off with our final segment of the night. Of course, that is the time when Andy's out in the aisles. He's hunting for you and I, so we can save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting at Dollarama tip.
Mhm.
What do you got, Andy?
This week we got a couple of new ones. LOL Surprise Remix Pets.
Oh, lol.
Yeah, they're selling for $5 at Dollarama, and they regularly retail for $18.95 and up on Amazon.
Well, then that's a significant savings, isn't it?
Red says, "You've described Robot Chicken."
But it'll be live action.
Robot Chicken did it though. It was Enter the Fat One with Joey Fatone and Mr. Miyagi. It is a great one. If you get a chance to see it, go see it, because he has to reunite with who is it, the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, whichever group he's part of, and then they take on Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and all the pop princesses.
Oh my god. Okay.
But Corey Feldman makes a guest spot in it as the turtle. So
I mean,
As
I
a
just
Ninja
love how
Turtle.
I love how Cobra Kai basically got its idea from an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Neil Patrick Harris really thought that Johnny Lawrence was the Karate Kid.
Right. That's
And then
right.
This upstart comes in, kicks his ass, takes his girlfriend. Who's the bad guy in this movie?
really, eh? But the other thing that's popping up is Cats versus Pickles Chonks.
How is that even a thing? Cats versus pickles.
I don't know.
don't
Well,
know.
I think it relates to the whole cats versus cucumbers thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
There, go Google it. There's
Google it. There's
thousands of
apparently if you
videos.
put a cucumber behind a cat and tap it on the shoulder, it will mistake it for a
freaks the
snake
hell out.
every time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like they're
Really?
genetically terrified
Of anything that looks close.
right.
I'm trying to
It's a
imagine
kid's
the
toy.
reaction of a cat, eating the pickle. You seen a baby when you give the baby the pickle?
I used to do
Does
that
a
with
cat
Sean.
do?
I used to give Sean lemons. It was just I love the pickle.
But anyway, these things retail, or they're selling for $5 a pack at Dollarama. On Amazon, you can get two of them for $29.99. So it's a bit of a savings.
Wow. So
Yeah.
almost 15 a piece. That's
Mhm.
again a significant savings.
Yeah.
You could scalp them and make money and still give people a better deal.
Yeah,
Ethical scalping.
there you go.
All right, well, that's been it for another week here for Tuesday Night Random Fandom. This one, episode 40 for the week of November 21st. To everybody who is joining us, for all of our longtime watchers, thank you for hanging out with us again. If you're new to the show, thanks for tuning in. Oh, we've got a late comment from Facebook user. Wait 1 second.
Uh-oh.
All right, we'll hold. We'll hold
We
just
will
for
hold.
you.
We're holding.
We're holding just for you.
What are we waiting for?
I don't know what we're waiting for. Hang on.
Bated
Might
breath.
be major.
It could be major. It could be Paul.
Ooh.
Could be.
I'm banking it's definitely somebody on Facebook though.
It's somebody that knows you. It's Paul. There you go.
Oh, it is Paul. There we go.
Hi, Paul. Hello.
Hank, you and I've got an upcoming review series that we're going to kick off with here soon. You want to talk a little bit about that for a minute before we? I don't know if is mine handy. Hold on a second here.
Second on the shelf there, is he not?
We thought that because we have so much crossover that we would do these double unboxings. So General Lando Calrissian is going to be our first double unboxing.
Yes,
coming up real soon. We're going to record that here soon, and I've got a few things I want to do to kind of make it fun. Hopefully you guys will stick around for that. You can look for that coming up on the channel soon.
So who's going to break it coming out of the box first?
Oh yeah,
I've yet to do that with a Black
Probably
Series
me.
figure.
Probably me.
Have you
Yeah,
broken one yet? I've yet to do that with a Black Series figure.
Right
I
out of the
have to
box?
admit.
I have not. I've broken some NECA stuff out of the box.
Mhm.
Paul is asking me if I have shown off my Starfield ship. I did not.
Well, he follows
I
it up with,
did
you need
not.
to show it up.
And if you
The
need to show it
SDF
off,
one,
I did a version of the SDF one.
so good.
I'm gonna have to. The funny thing is, I have the images from that because they're uploaded to the network, but I actually lost that save file to a game-breaking glitch, and I had to go back and load an earlier save, which meant I lost 15 levels of gameplay.
Oh my!
Yeah, it was
Not fun.
That
It
would
hurt.
not be.
it hurt.
I had
So-
not as bad, but a similar experience on Baldur's Gate with.
Oh, I'm
kind
sorry.
of
to hear that.
almost going too far and then going, oh, I need to go back. Oh, I just lost 30 hours of my life.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and you really do. And I've got some other games that I want to play that are in my queue. So I'm like, do I
Go back and do it
Spider-Man
again.
2.
Back
I
to it.
want Spider-Man 2 real bad, but I just can't stop playing Baldur's Gate.
What we got here? We got I'm getting private messages here. Oh wait, it's Paul. He's like, here, if this helps. He sent me the picture back.
Nice.
Meaning
Nice.
show this thing off right now. Okay, well, hold on a second here. I'm gonna tilt my phone here. I'll do it this way. And I'm gonna bring the brightness down because I know they
It was
get lost.
amazing.
Yeah, so Starfield, one of the things that one of the robust features within the game are these ship.
I got an idea.
Oh,
here.
you've got it there. We can do a screen share. What am I doing?
You can do this too.
I'll forget using the phone then. Let's do it this way. And that one's an earlier build before I started hiding some of the stuff with some of the little glitchy
Greeblies.
things that you can do. Yeah.
Greeblies.
Oh, you're just gonna load it as a overlay. Perfect.
We can do that.
Yeah, it's one of the features in Starfield is this ship builder thing that you can do, and I've seen some other ones out there, but this was my attempt at recreating the SDF Macross or
Oh,
the SDF one from Macross and Robotech.
so good.
But there's like distinct limits on the game, like that ship nose to tail is 80 meters in length, which currently is the maximum length of any ship build in Starfield.
Mm.
Unless, of course, you're playing on PC and you're using mods, in which case that goes out the window.
The SDF Mini.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the Daedalus and oh my God, the aircraft carrier Prometheus
Right.
are not. They are to scale with the ship, but they are not to scale with the actual ship because that thing should be like several orders of magnitude larger.
Right.
But yeah, that was my kick at the SDF one, and there are a lot
Makes
of
me want to do a Yamato.
cool fan. Yeah, I've seen some Yamatos.
Ooh.
I'll send you a video of
Beauty.
one that uses mods. It's huge.
Nice.
All right. Well, then that brings us to the conclusion. As I was saying before, we've got our upcoming review series. General Lando is going to be our first kick at it.
The test flight, if you will.
Yeah, he's going to be the one that we cut our teeth on. It's either gonna fly or flop. And
Yeah,
hopefully
we have 20 other backup plans. So and growing if you're anything like me.
yeah.
And
And now that
growing.
I'm out of the woods with this virus, I should be able to get back to some semblance of regular production schedule. So lots to look forward to here on the channel. Thanks to everyone who has just discovered the channel. We are edging so close now to that 500 subscriber level. I think today we are 570. 477.
Yep.
I think is what we were at just before we went to air tonight. So if you have not subscribed already, please do. Please like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon if you want to be a member of the production team here and help us continue to produce high quality shows. And of course, hit us up on all of our social media where you can have your say on the show. And we'll be back at this again next Tuesday.
Yep.
All right. Any more, guys?
That's all I
That's
got.
awesome.
All right. Well, then for Fandom Power, everybody, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Hank.
Hey, and we will see you on the next one. Fan on, and bye for now.